Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen. Episode number frozen in time? I don't know. Hold on one second. I think we lost our camera, which is hilarious. We're back. Oh, we fixed it. Okay. We were trying to do this remote camera to sort of go over Swag Report, because we're wanting to get ready for Swag Report to do it right after NBX, so we don't have to carry all of the stuff home with us from Poland. And so we were trying some stuff out, and we forgot to disconnect our wireless camera. So that was some cool stuff, but it did not work the way we wanted it to. Anyways, GM, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 631. Oh my gosh, coming to you live from nowhere, somewhere, Warsaw, Poland. We are here in the great city of Warsaw for the Next Block Expo, also known as NBX, 2.5 day event held at the NecoClicks is how I read it, and that is not how you pronounce it. But it is an amazing facility mall. It is a giant mall, so sort of open to the public. And then the venue itself is this, like, at the super top of it, in the corner. You think you're entering like a spaceship mouth thing type of thing, but it's a movie theater. And what the movie theater does is they shut down a bunch of their theater rooms and allow conferences and events to sort of happen there, which is really cool. And so that way there's open stage for speakers. There's like the long hallways for projects and stuff, and sort of filtering between speakers and rooms and different things. And so really, really awesome time. Got to meet one of the co-founders tonight, Tom, and we're planning on having some more talks tomorrow. But day zero, went to the event because we thought we were going to be able to grab our badge, do some B-roll and stuff like that. But instead, really, there was another conference going on, young mindful founders or something like that, and translated out to like founders mindfuls or something like that. But it was sort of cool. So another conference was going on there for young entrepreneurs and stuff. Huge turnout for that. Looks really cool. And it was just an amazing time. So just flew in after leaving Dubai, flew to New York after everything in Dubai, some events in New York, then heading way up to Boston. Excuse me. As it was cheaper to fly out of Boston than it was out of JFK for some weird reason. But really interesting getting out of Boston. Had a good time there. Flew through Frankfurt. Onboarded a bunch of people while in the cigar lounges of Frankfurt Airport. Talk about cigar lounge galore. Like, it was like every 4 or 5 gates there was a cigar lounge or a smoker lounge, like Camel hosted or Winston or Davidoff. It was sort of actually cool. As a cigar smoker, I found that cool. Not being put to like just one tiny corner on the far side of nowhere. But talked to a bunch of stewardess and stewards, flight stewards and stuff like that. Had a great time flying from Boston to Frankfurt. Made friends with Anton, the flight attendant. That way I could get a lot of extra food because, face it, I'm a fat kid. I like to eat. I do. And then at the same time, talked to a bunch of people about crypto. So that was sort of fun. Onboarded a couple people into Lightning with Wallet of Satoshi and User, and then Coinbase for their learn and earn rewards, and then a couple people into Solana with starting them off on Drip House, getting free NFTs. If you haven't checked out Drip House yet, you can use that. You can check it out anytime, and you can use Taco, all uppercase, TACO, for free drips from Drip House. Pretty cool thing there. At the same time, once we got landed in Poland, got to our Airbnb, and then we got in a place that was right next to the venue and stuff. And because Saturday we're going to be able to do touristy things and have a blast. But this conference is going to be really cool. Ended up going to ETH Warsaw event tonight, which was really cool. The downside, but still the interesting side, was it was all in Polish. So I have the recording. I'm actually going to upload the recording as is. I'm also going to throw the recording through one of the AI agents that we have access to at the Lifted Initiative to see how well it does on English caption translations. One of the AI agents that I was using while listening to it was Say Hi, which does voice to text, near instantaneous translation. And it was so horrible at times. I just got to say, it was super horrible. But still, because knowing the lexicon of Web3 and knowing, what the generalized topics were, was able to really follow along in almost real time what was being talked about. We had founders and team leaders from ICP, Aleph Zero, Bitcoin Core, and Ethereum Foundation, all sort of talking about different aspects of Web3, decentralization, what their consensus algorithm mechanisms look like, what at the same time, what the easiest way to onboard people are, what wallet of choice was, which was a really interesting topic and conversation piece. And I had a lot of questions on that, but it was a really good event time. Then went to the speakers and VIP dinner gathering at Charlie's. Really cool, intimate venue. This is the thing I do not like. And if you are throwing events, please be mindful of those that do not drink. I drink large, copious amounts of Red Bull, like dangerous. Some might consider dangerous amounts. I don't, but some might. Amounts of Red Bull. When you make it an open bar, please include Red Bull or ginger soda or ginger beer into the covered, list. What's really hilarious, you go to some of these events and I could have any liquor drink I want from top shelf to bottom shelf, and it's free. I ask for a Red Bull, it's $20. I ask for a ginger soda, and it's $10. So please be mindful. I know I'm not the only one, and that's why you'll see a lot of times people just drinking water because they don't want to drink alcohol, or they don't need to. They've had one already, or they're pacing themselves. But yes, please be mindful of those that drink Red Bull. I do want to give a huge shout out to Kathy from the Moonbeam Foundation and Parody, and for going above and beyond on making sure one time during a Polkadot Decoded event that there was Red Bull, because she'd heard the story of all of the events around a conference. Not a single one, all of them were all alcohol based, and not a single one had Red Bull. So sort of in joke, but also to make a point, she bought a heck ton of Red Bull and made sure that it was there for everyone. And it was one of the most favored items out of everything. So I want to do a huge shout out to Kathy for that. But some of the really cool people got to talk tonight. real quickly, because I was in and out of the ETH Warsaw meetup. I really want to connect more with those people there. I got picked up by my friend Bruno. You might know Bruno as Chili Bangs from Lisbon, runs Chili Bangs community and helps run a lot of the big conferences out of Lisbon. He came and grabbed me. We went to the VIP speakers dinner, and I got to talk with some of the team from BitGet. I got to talk with, and sort of learn their marketing dynamics and their team dynamics, where like sort of everyone is just one big team instead of like, I only wear this hat. I only wear that hat. This is the listing team. I'm over here, so I don't know what's going on. But it's sort of cool on how they sort of team meet, especially for their region areas, which is really cool. I think that's sort of a smart, so like everyone sort of knows what's going on. So huge shout out to BitGet with that. One of the other really cool things that BitGet's doing is in their integration pieces with Copper. Some cool things there. But then on the side, let's see here. Who else? We got to talk with Olympics, which is a play to earn platform, SDK for any game, Web3 game, or any game itself to integrate into a Web3 contract game. And so where two players can face off, no one's the middleman on it. It is direct smart contract initiated for payment to each player for the winner or loser. And I think that's sort of one of the things that they're doing one of the really cool things that they're doing is almost like a trust score between the community and the game. So, the game might not have like a ton of payouts or, but they always make good on their promises or the things they're doing on the financial side. And so, that, I might not win a lot, but it is always going to have, what I do win is always going to have value. I think that's sort of like a really cool concept. We see this, that might then lead to attrition of games where people will then migrate more towards the games that have a higher trust score. But then what that requires then is other games to see where they might be lacking. And it's not necessarily on the gameplay, but it's on the dynamics of how a player time versus effort. So if a player feels like, oh, I put this into the game and I only got this, I feel, jived on that, then that trust score, a player will report a lower trust score. So I think it will really work on games providing that instantaneous, quick dopamine as well as satisfaction. So short-term games, or long-term games that have shorter cycles within them to carry the storyline further and longer. I think that's some really cool thinking there. So really excited to meet and talk with them. Literally spent almost the started the night off getting to see Miko from Gummy Capital, and then another marketing firm out of Lisbon. And then we sort of started talking about the culture of meme coins and degeneracy and Degen. And Miko had I disagree with him, but he had a really good, clean explanation of his definition of degenerate or degen, and I feel that there needs to be a clean line between degenerate behaviors and degen. That's all I got to say. I think that's sort of like where degen is like, I'm not going to, hide in a closet. And this is what he used to, sort of make a hard case in his story point, because it's almost destructive behavior. So I'm not going to hide in my closet and cut myself. I'm going to come out into the open and be like, hey, watch this, and, start cutting, making an example, like not just trying it, but doing it. And so a lot more public examples of destructive behavior. I sort of take the opposite end, that is true. That is degenerate behavior, or degeneracy, but not degen. Now, true degen is to me, I feel, is more of a pure term and word, more in that Ronin sense, like pioneer, trier of new things, not beholden to any one thing, other than value, and so is value being created, extracted, passed along, stolen? What's going on with it? And so as long as there's equal value being shared, loyalty is there. And so I think that that's a really cool way to sort of, oh, my hat got bent a little bit being in my luggage. We'll have to fix that. But that's where I think there's a line piece to it. So really had a good time talking with Miko and Stefan. And I think, some cool friendships were made there. Also had a great time talking with the Olympics PR and BitGet marketing team as well. And then a handful of other people I got to see throughout the night, which, really cool to do. So, and then ended the night as I was leaving, getting to see the co-founder, run into the co-founder of MBX, Next Block Expo, Tom, just a highlight, and, got to thank him for it and everything like that. And yeah, so I think that was an amazing time. And I'm super excited for tomorrow. So I'm going to end now because I need to get ready. It is now 2:21 a.m. here in Warsaw, Poland. I think I got to do like 10 minutes worth of like closing things because like GME is up. If you are in the GME on Solana's, woo-wee, yay. That's why I love to LP and just sort of leave it there. But be safe, be smart, have fun, and drink Red Bull or Monster or Bang. I like Bang a lot. C4 is also good. But as we end every episode, I want to thank everyone that's joining us. LinkedIn, Player One Taco YouTube, Xerox Degens YouTube, Twitch, Twitter video, Kick, Rumble, Unlonely, Telegram, Discord, and I think I said Unlonely, but also huge shout out to the entire Solana Media Tech fam. Hope you all have a great night. And as always, a closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come a knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. With that, wish you a great night. We will see you all tomorrow. We get to end the same way we've ended 630 episodes, but with the greatest knock-knock joke on the face of the planet. And that is, knock, knock. Who's there?